Hello, welcome to Lackluster Reactions. I'm your Lackluster Actor, here today for another episode of The Summer Hikaru Died. Last week, someone got their head chopped off. This week, we're following up on that. Without further ado, let's get started. Well, I guess it's going to be the cam on mic here, not the cam on my phone. Don't even know why I tried doing that to straighten out. Anyway, because his head's chopped off, it's not going to keep him down. Yeah. Oh no, don't already be buffering when it's not even the opening. I'm going to be right back. Since it's already buffering now, I'm just going to let it load a bit just to stop it from buffering. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've let it load it for a bit. Let's try this again. Oh, it's attached again. Oh, it is fixing it, but you guys still have the other problem, so. Well, problems. I guess we still have the chief being possessed too. That's still not been solved fully, so. So yeah, here's the. Really? I let you load for like 5 minutes. Okay. I'm going to go for it as if it's not going to buff again since it's not doing it now. So yeah, we've reached a turning point in the story since we're now going to pause it and then load again since this keeps happening. So I'll see you again in another 5 minutes to a half an hour. Okay, I'm back again. Attempt number 3 of getting this to work. So let's start again. What was he even talking about? That's it. Oh, yes. We are at the turning point of the story. We've reached a point where we can't remain hidden anymore because the one whose job is to hunt us down has exposed us. So the question is, what is happening now? We're already at a point where we're approaching the end. Is this 10 or 11? It's 10. So on average, we have 2 episodes after this. Is it going to end in a cliffhanger and announcement for season 2, or are we getting to a point where we can wrap up the story neatly, even if it is with a season 2 that needs to come? Good for now. Mark's still there. That's not a good sign. So why didn't you press your advantage? Do you recognize what it is? Yeah, it has purposely weakened itself. That we could have guessed from the way we've seen. What is the Ox's goal? Yeah, unfortunately, it's a sentiment that's yeah. So the sunglasses help him see then. So was the reason he was unable to press advantage because his sunglasses were not? And there is, but you're on humanity's side, but you came as well. Mm, the torso. Ah, yeah, the bones scattered through the different regions of the body. Hmm. Thank you for being helpful. So she also knows about the company. Thank you. This instinct on waking up is trying to eat. Makes sense. Hmm. Yes. Yes. No. Again, you gotta might not be a joke, but good to hear. Yeah, he's laughing, but I don't think it's 100% a joke. But yeah, someone needs to track down the exorcist before. Oh, what do you know? Hmm. And that's why Anuki-san is the shape he is. Uh, Liquid with a slightly reddish tin invokes Mercury, and its the reddish tint has come from and mostly being found in Japan in cinnabar stone. Yeah, and if he is connected directly to the dead children, that it will explain part of him as well. Part of it is temperament is, of course, from him being a wild beast that's slowly becoming human. Not the answer he was looking for. But yeah, but in addition, if he was the babies, then him growing as he learns more also makes sense in that direction as well. But so it doesn't matter as long as it gets out. So one thing I just noted from last week's episode too, talk with the old man mentioned the warehouse. Christians. It did mention that a few. It's already been about a month or two, hasn't it? And a few episodes back. That too. Right. But why? But who says they made the sin? Was it the God or the people? But going back, I interrupted myself. Well, I was interrupted by what they were putting together, but the family shrine was mentioned. Not just the temple, the actual the family shrine. Well, we're already talking about it. Oh, fun. Looked like they were carved, but yeah, all of them heads. Note to self, go back and watch those flashes. No, from your own. Oh, it is some colors. Okay. But again, it was during the famine that the change. That's why the village was split. So it wasn't the other regions that were offering the body parts, it was them being hidden from the central, well, not central village, the village that was actually doing this. The head office, the head, and the body was scattered. he doesn't need heads to grant wishes, which means that the pot of offering the heads came from the villager's side. Hmm. It's Netflix, so that's all gonna be in a minute. But yeah, so now we've got pretty much got it put together. So, because of famine in the region, humans put together a process to lessen the population, which gave birth to the god. And then, the big famine that changed the makeup of the village, that made most of them abandon the old deity and bring in the worship of Christianity. At that time, something happened that led to the offering of heads in order to grant wishes. But again, the entity does not need heads to grant wishes, so that started from the human side, which likely ties back to whatever the Indo family's sin is. So the Indo family was the ones who began the offering of heads, but was still missing some pieces. Which, yes, and to top it all off, Hikaru is getting more and more like he doesn't belong in the village, especially after the projection from the other classmates about the hypothetical of his true identity. So it's about time for him to do something drastic. It's about time for the Exorcist to do something drastic. By the way, he has a hidden motive in all of this, possibly related to him being magically blind. But yeah, we're coming down to the wire in the episode length, unless, again, something happens to get us to a season 2. But without a piece on moving, I'm seeing this wrapping up in some way in the next few episodes, which, as things are now, looks like Hikaru is going back to the mountain. But we all came here for Doom Diary, didn't we? So, but we'll deal with that bridge when we come to it. So, thank you everyone who stopped by and watched this episode with me. I hope you all have a good week, and I look forward to next week's episode. And hope somebody stopped by and watched with me as well. Until then, take care.